Hello and welcome to an update on our urban worm bag. It's been about 9 days since I fed it last, and I checked up on it about 3 days after that, and it was, fairly moist on top and the worms were climbing, but that's typical for my bag. And I see just a little bit of condensation here on the lid, and this is 9 days since I fed last, so not too many worms climbing, a few. And of course, everything is really moist on top, so never had to add any water to this. I like to go through all the sides. I don't dig through the system because it's not recommended that you do so, as the material naturally compacts down. But just a quick peek. Tons of springtails. I've always had a ton of springtails in all my systems, especially the flow through. When I had my what's it called? Hungry bin. I had the same issue. Tons of babies. Tons and tons of babies. So I guess I'm learning to deal with the moisture issue. Just collecting on top of the lid. I just let it work itself out. I add plenty of dry bedding and don't worry about it now. Now I do feed in the center in this particular system because that gives the opportunity for the worms to, go move to the sides. If something is breaking down and heats up too much, they can move to the side until it cools down, and then they can move back in. But as you can see here, plenty of worms. And so many babies. I mean, just, oh my gosh. I wonder where all the big ones went. Okay, so what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to put all this bedding material down and feed right on top, and then put more bedding on top of the food. I have the kitchen scraps ready. That's a lot of food. That's about, 3 pounds there. Whew. But I have to push this system because, you're supposed to be able to put in a lot of food. I'm also including some lemons. I know it's supposed to be a no-no, but as it has been shown on the Crazy Worm Lady's YouTube channel, she did the lemons. The worms have no problem with it once it breaks down. So that's what I'm going to do. I already put the eggshells in there, but you know what? I might add a little bit more, just for good measure. Now we're going to start covering it up with dry bedding. And I already know that this bag is going to get really moist, really warm, but that's okay. The worms will just go all the way around until it's more comfortable for them to go back inside. Okay, now I have not been able to close the zipper all the way. This is as far as I could get it after I harvested it. And I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't know, good or bad. Maybe it'll give a little bit more air circulation from the bottom. But yeah, just gonna leave it like that. And then I'm gonna close this up and come back in a week or so and see how much they've composted. Thank you for joining me. See you next week.